the same government that will assist in building a private hospital in this country. One that you or I may never even be able to afford if we should take ill. But when they are told that it will take $192 million to fix the Queen Elizabeth Hospital, first of all, you hardly ever hear about that. And then they will come and tell you about putting $100 million or $110 million. Like that is going to do the job. And if they can't do that, where are they going to find the $700 million to give us a hospital? And do what with it? Manage it by the same people in the same way? Nonsense. And we have had enough nonsense to last a lifetime. We've had enough nonsense for my lifetime and my children's lifetime. It is time that we talk sense today. This election is about what Barbados needs. It is not about who wants a fourth term, and it is not about who will see to it that nobody else ever gets no other party ever gets another seat in this country. That is not what this election is. This election is not about pampering somebody's egos. Hear me tonight. This election is not about pampering somebody's egos, especially somebody who has done nothing for you, for your egos, and for your way of life. This election is about serious business. This election comes down to character and integrity in government. This election comes down to good governance. This election comes down to choosing somebody who is going to work for you, who is going to lead you to a better way of life. That is what this election is going to come down to. You have 2 more weeks to look around you before you decide to vote. And let me say something here tonight. You had better go and vote. I'm not going to tell you all much else that you all have to do, but you had better go and vote. Tomorrow is the deadline for making sure that you are registered to vote. Tomorrow is the deadline for making sure that you are registered to go and vote. So I beg you, if you do not know already that you are registered, please find yourself to some station somewhere and make sure that you are on the voters list, so that nobody can tell you come election day that you're not here and you registered up in St. Philip, or you're not here and you registered in St. Lucie, so try and get in St. Lucie to vote. No. Tomorrow you go and you make sure, and if you can't find it, you come to my campaign office and we will check it for you. Make sure that you are registered to vote, because it is your right and it is your duty to vote. And it is your right to make sure that your children have a chance at a future. It is your right as a parent. You cannot, I'm going to tell you tonight, if you do not vote in this election, you are guilty of negligence as a parent. Let me put it to you that way. We talk about neglecting children. Neglecting children as defined by not feeding them, and not sending them to school, and not taking them to the doctor when they're sick. But if you do not vote in this election, you are neglecting your children, because you are failing to provide for their future. You have to vote. And you have to vote out this administration that cares nothing about your children. I hope you all are hearing me tonight. I hope you all are understanding what I'm telling you tonight. Your children, as long as this administration continues to sit on that side of the House of Parliament, your children cannot know about morals. Because try as you want to teach them inside the 4 walls of your home, when they get outside, anything passes for morals. Because the government of this country allows anything to pass for morals. I am not here to preach tonight, but we have to do something about the moral decay in this country. It might not have affected my generation, because our parents were perhaps a little more strict then, and they were at home and so on, and we grew up in a different society. But our children are seeing it all around them. You try hard in your house to tell them about morals. You try hard to tell them about respect for others. You try hard to tell them about honesty. You teach your children that if they work hard at an honest living, they will get through. And then idiots because they are saying anything goes in this country. And it is time that we pull Barbados back. It is time that we pull Barbados back. I am not, every time I say that, I need to qualify. I am not talking about going back to the Stone Ages where you have to carry water and pit toilets. That's not what I mean about pulling Barbados back. But you know what I mean when you look around you and you realize that anything goes right now as far as morals are concerned. We need to redefine morals from the level of government. They've always told me that what happens at the head is what affects the rest of an organization. And when in this country anything goes as far as government is concerned, what do you expect the rest of the country to do? So it is time that we had a government that will change how things are done in Barbados. I am about community, if nothing else. I fully well intend to have my voice heard on the development of national issues. I fully well intend to make sure that anything that affects any Barbadian that I can have a say about, I will open my mouth and say it. But I am about community development. I am about developing St. George first and foremost, and communities like it in Barbados. At the budget reply, David Thompson did propose an idea to Barbados that I think is an excellent idea. And if you all didn't hear it then, I'm going to tell you that I endorse this idea. The idea of constituency councils, where every constituency will have at its disposal at least $100,000, where you can decide on fixing roads, putting street lights, repairing schools, helping needy people in this community, and so on. That is innovation. I said it last night over when I spoke on behalf of Colin Spencer in St. George North, and I will say it tonight. As a doctor, when you prescribe medication, if the medication does not work, you don't prescribe the same medication again. Many of you tonight here are my patients from St. George. Many people here tonight have been to my office as my patient. And if I give you a prescription and you come back to me in 2 days and the prescription did not work, and I write back the same prescription for you, you would say Dr. Suckoo is an idiot. Because you do not write the same prescription if the first one did not work. But any idiot knows that it's time to change it. If you came to me with what looked like the flu and I gave you Panadols and you got worse, you would pick up the phone and call me and tell me you need antibiotics. Come in and you all feel y'all is doctor too. You all pick up the phone and call me and tell me what you need. But you know it's true. Many of y'all in here, my patients, you will call me and tell me, Doc, the coughing gone away, I need antibiotics. Because you know when the medication is not working. The medication that you have been doled out in this constituency and in this country is not working. Take the vial and throw it in the garbage. If you had a medication and it gave you a bad reaction, you would fling it in the garbage. You would throw it one side. You have been given a treatment that has not worked, and far from not working, it has made you ill. It has caused you and your family to suffer. Throw it away. Do not use it again, because Dr. Suckoo has a prescription for you tonight. And my prescription is, come January 15th, Democratic Labour Party.